Before we get started, I want to give a big thank you to the folks over at Nintendo for providing me a review copy to make this review possible. Thank you so much. So now with that said, let's get on to it. Super Mario Galaxy plus Super Mario Galaxy 2 is the next bundle of games in the Mario franchise, and it is developed and published by Nintendo. With the original bundle of games included in the Super Mario 3D All-Stars being a complete success, even in its limited form, Nintendo now decides that 5 years later, it's now time to give a similar treatment to the 40th anniversary of Mario himself by combining a 2-in-1 package of the two best platforming games in the entire series. But was this the right call, especially considering that Galaxy 1 was previously in 3D All-Stars compilation? Or should they have done something differently? Only one way to find out, so let's woohoo! Years. Say that out loud with me. 40 freaking years. The Super Mario Bros. Series is now 40 years old and shows no signs of slowing down or stopping anytime soon, especially with the success of the Nintendo World theme park on top of the billion-dollar grossing Super Mario Bros. Movie. That was awesome as all heck, and it's a movie that I may or may not have watched like 10 times in a week since its release on digital platforms and DVD. The older all these franchises turn, the older it just makes me feel as well, and while I may not have been around for the franchise's beginning, I have been an intensely loyal fan of the Mario series as I grew up in the 1990s alongside my growing confusion as a kid wondering why the original Super Mario Bros. Was so much different than the Super Mario Bros. 2. It felt like a totally different game. My cogwheels in my brain were right, of course, as the title was merely a reskinned version of the Doki Doki Panic, but I wouldn't know that until many years later. But the game was still a great time, even if that dang evil mask chasing me everywhere annoyed the heck out of me. Leave me alone, you stupid mask! Go find Jim Carrey and make a terrible sequel or something! As the franchise grew older, so did I. From my time with Super Mario Bros. 3 and my wee bairn self getting so annoyed that I couldn't do the Match the Pictures minigame correctly and holding hostilities toward Toad, even though it wasn't his fault. Exploring the many secrets of Super Mario World, by discovering Star Road for the first time, jamming to Bowser's theme music, and sacrificing my poor little Yoshi as a means to save my own life. Hey, don't judge me, you all did it too. Inside, we all have a bit of a dark passenger within us, making us do these monstrous deeds.
Tonight's the night. And it's going to happen again and again. Has to happen.
As I hit 7 years old, Super Mario 64 then graced my eyeballs and floored me to the max with the freedom of exploration. I could go anywhere I want, move in ways I never thought possible, racing Koopa the Quick, throwing King Bob-omb off a cliff thinking I had won, then he jumps back up immediately to give me a jump scare, seeing a baby penguin, and...
Tonight's the night. Has to happen.
Nope, I won't give in to temptation. Little Penguin gets to live this time. I can control my dark passenger. After the highs of Mario 64, I moved on to Super Mario Sunshine, where I learned that it is easy to be framed for a crime and put into prison. Thanks Nintendo for introducing me to corrupt judicial systems.
With a good lawyer, which I have, I'll be out in no time.
While I don't think that Sunshine was as good as Mario 64 and thought it was the black sheep brother of the two, it still was a fun time overall. And getting the highly anticipated Switch title of Mario Odyssey that brought us back to the good old sandbox feel with brand new creative ways to traverse, new challenges, and many ways for speedrunners like me to enjoy our times, which I got so fast at one point that I beat the entire game in just 1 hour and 24 minutes. So it goes without saying that I had an absolute blast with it. But wait, why did I skip Mario Galaxy 1 and 2? Well, simple. I covered both in mini reviews back when I did a review of Super Mario 3D All-Stars alongside the franchise's 35th anniversary, and plus I'll be covering them here shortly, so no need for overkill. The main point of this long-winded intro is because my history with the Mario franchise and its 40 years has been an expansive one filled with laughter, fun, shock, and inspiration. Going from solo to covering the 35th anniversary just 5 years ago, getting my start in the gaming industry, to now 5 years later here in 2025, working with Nintendo themselves on franchises I grew up with for the last 2 years, is something I never thought possible when making my 35th anniversary video. And now here I am, officially covering 2 of the greatest Mario titles of all time, officially for Nintendo in a review capacity. It's just really special to me. It's something I never saw coming, but I'm grateful for it at the end of the day due to the privilege and opportunities afforded to me. Speaking of afforded opportunities, why hasn't Wario gotten his own fart simulator game, Nintendo? Come on, bro has earned it! While the 35th anniversary of Mario had some good products released for it, such as Super Mario Bros. Game & Watch, which I bought, obviously, Bowser's Fury Sandbox Edition to 3D World, Mario Kart RC Racer, Super Mario All-Stars eShop release, then finally Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Don't get me wrong, that's cool and all, but I feel the haul for Mario's 40th anniversary is way better, with things such as the Super Mario Galaxy movie announcement, Super Mario Galaxy Amiibo, which looks amazing, and again, I definitely ordered it immediately, Mario Tennis Fever that honestly looks really fun, update for Super Mario Bros. Wonder, talking flower figure who's so annoying that I must own it, a brand new Yoshi game called Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, which looks cute as heck and a bit stop motion like, which is right up my alley. And finally, the package we're getting to here, Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 for Switch and Switch 2. Right off the bat, the 40th anniversary is way better with its offerings. I don't think that can be disputed. But I admit that I was a bit miffed at no 3D Mario, since we haven't had one in close to a decade now. But then I remember that we just got the amazing Game of the Year worthy title Donkey Kong Bonanza, made by the same group of legends that made Super Mario Odyssey, so of course all is forgiven. For now. So with all of my memories of the past history, 40 years worth of memories for myself from main entries, spin-off games like Super Mario RPG, both original and remake, 1990s live-action movie that is so bad it's great nowadays, to the new movie that does the series justice, all the way up to Odyssey and the beyond, the franchise holds a dear spot in my heart, one that offers a form of comfort and joy that few franchises bring me, and I, along with millions of other people around the world, are grateful for these 40 years of memories we've been given. And I, for one, can't wait to see where the future leads us in 2026 and 40 more years beyond. Hopefully I will be around for one last celebration when that time comes. Arriving finally at our main event of Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, which is the main event of the 40th anniversary that packs two monstrous platforming games into one package. A star-powered package, if you will. No? Okay, fine. With Super Mario Galaxy 1 previously being released as part of the 3D All-Stars collection, this bundle's standout is obviously Super Mario Galaxy 2, which is widely considered the superior of the two, but at the same time not as innovative as the original was when both launched on Nintendo Wii. Moving from Wii to Switch and Switch 2, Super Mario Galaxy manages to keep the very essence of its original release and amplify it even further with updated graphics and multiple ways to play the game outside just the Wii Remote that we were once used to, and now implements multiple different playing abilities like in handheld. It allows you to literally touch the star bits to select them, use Joy-Cons from Switch 2 to relive the Wii glory days, and use a regular Pro Controller and gyro aim, and even use Switch 2's feature of mouse mode to play, which is crazy to think about, but it's great seeing all the different ways we are able to play nonetheless. Hang on a second, guys. Someone is at the door.
We would like to play.
What? You guys again? I thought I told you I was dong playing. Go away! Okay, sorry about that, guys. It's those dang Wii salesmen again. I swear this is like the 4th time they've come to the house. Anyways, where were we? Our adventure of Mario Galaxy begins with the big boy Bowser himself attacking the Mushroom Kingdom as they have their Star Festival celebration, and we all know why. He was probably told that he wasn't invited to the next Mario Party iteration, so he wasn't having anyone's crap anymore. So much, in fact, that Bowser did what the United States government is afraid to do, confirm the existence of UFOs. Who needs 500 congressional hearings that go nowhere or people telling us everything is a weather balloon? Bowser said, screw that, I'm just going to use UFOs to literally attack the festivals with the aliens from Mars Attacks and Akax and uproot Peach's castle straight up out of the ground. That's actually pretty hardcore. With the castle being lifted into literal outer space, our pudgy suspender-wearing plumber leaps into action to save the day, only to get shot back down to reality by that annoying little jerk Comic, who sends Mario on a trip into an empty void, ensuring a timely demise for our hero. Luckily, however, luck was on Mario's side as he wakes up to find that he's been saved by a little star called Luma, who offers him help and transports Mario to the cosmic hub in the sky called the Comet Observatory, where you will finally meet the series' newest waifu, Rosalina. Honestly, I'm quite thankful it's Luma who found us and not Luma Lee from the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Otherwise, we would have probably got laughed at and taunted for all of our troubles. Once you're up to speed, you learn that the observatory cannot get to the center of the universe to help save Princess Peach, and instead needs Power Stars in order to give it enough juice to make the journey, and thus the adventure of a lifetime begins. Innovation and charm fuel the flames of Super Mario Galaxy and maintains the reason it's one of the most highly regarded platformers of all time, as you soar through the vast galaxy through 6 varied worlds, each unleashing new challenges, new bosses, and secrets to uncover, gravity-altering mechanics that change the formula from an open sandbox nature of the previous Mario titles, and instead makes it more linear, making each world and biome you explore unique in their own way due to the devs 100% concentrating on nothing but that specific section alone, making it, at the time, and even really now, unparalleled in the gaming industry for what is the standard for 3D platforming as a whole. Whether it's your first time playing or your 100th time playing like myself, the feeling of imagination never leaves your body as you hear the robust music blare as you fly through each galaxy with both its creative and even wacky environments, with some elements of these worlds having you race on water with a stingray, creative puzzles using gravity that makes you think when and when not to jump, or get sent to your doom below, power-ups like Super Mario that lets you spring into action to get higher to reach areas, scale honey walls as you become a little tiny fat bee as you climb around looking for hidden areas, or if you're like me, grab onto the main queen bee and begin scratching her belly, hoping she's going to give you a power star you desperately need and not just let out a gigantic fart instead because we tickled her so much that she couldn't take it. Ew, oh my god, that's just gross. Come on! Decency, queen, decency! There's no end to the astonishment Mario Galaxy brings to you, especially with its creativity overall. It's actually mind-boggling to say the least. One minute it's standard platforming that has you walking and jumping on a normal planet, pretty straightforward. The next you're jumping over laser shooting enemies as you dodge and press question blocks to turn them all from blue to yellow. Get the best of bratty Bowser Jr. as he uses gravity and bullet bills to destroy his octopus-like robot, flinging yourself through obstacles by pulling back on an object and flinging yourself forward, travel to a beach-like resort and swim deeper to discover its mysteries, chase stupid dang bunnies through Gusty Garden Galaxy that gives you PTSD of trying to catch that stupid rabbit from Mario 64 for hours, take the fight to the underwater volcano caverns to attack bone serpents with red shells. There's no end to the amount of perfection that this title offers you that goes well beyond the main game and exploring the Comet Observatory itself. That even includes a hard-as-nails post-game finale that will test even the most seasoned veterans. With Switch and Switch 2, with motion built into everything, it all feels just as fluid and responsive as the Wii version did, and an improvement over the 3D All-Stars iteration, and gives it a seamless transition feel. Likewise in the handheld department, compared to the 3D All-Stars version, it has been improved dramatically with allowing you to touch things on screen or tilt your screen for heightened interactivity. Improvements compared to the 3D All-Stars compilation version doesn't stop there either, with a 1080p handheld output, 4K output when docked, smoother textures that aren't muddied, which is improved over the 3D All-Stars version, with really the only hiccups coming in the form of render cutscenes still looking lower quality in some instances, and original textures getting swapped out for newer ones that kind of don't really mesh well, like myself in cars and racing games. Lastly in this bundle, for the new additions is Assist Mode. This is for players that might die too much, or even if you just wish to let your kid get in a little game time. With this feature, you're granted 6 heart pieces now to use, all of which regenerate when standing still and when falling off a ledge, puts you in a bubble so that you can return back to the platform you fell off of safe and sound. Which, thankfully, Mario doesn't remember the last time he was in a bubble that he screamed his baby lungs out. I don't think I could have handled another game with it. Coming off of the extreme high of Mario Galaxy, Nintendo is like, we still got way more ideas for the concept of space and gravity that we just have to make a sequel for it. And a sequel is exactly what we got. But it was of the quality that we were not expecting, like at all. If Mario Galaxy itself was considered a masterpiece, then Mario Galaxy 2 comes along and blows it out of the water, outdoing said masterpiece. Then what do we even call that? A double masterpiece? Masterpiece Theater? Honestly, I have no clue, so I'll just call it Terminator 2 and be done with it, since that's the best way to describe a masterpiece sequel, coming off of a masterpiece original film or game, which is a rarity in today's market. As Mario Galaxy 2 starts up, starbits flow from the sky over Mushroom Kingdom as Mario once again heads on over to the Star Festival. But like clockwork, Bowser's like, nah bro, I talked to Rick Moranis and got a contract from Disney, and now I am Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Only more towards the sequel with a giant baby, as Bowser himself has now grown kaiju size. Oh jeez, where's Godzilla when you need him? With Peach kidnapped and once again taken to the center of the universe, Mario now teams up with Lubba and other fellow Lumas to sail the galaxy in a brand new way, using a spaceship adequately named the Starship Mario. Not sure why, but I see the ship and just get Star Trek stuck in my head.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Mario.
However, once again, you will need the energy of the POW stars to move across the universe, but this time in a way that's more akin to the traditional Mario-like Super Mario World, where you select your stage on an overview map in a linear fashion, rather than the more exploratory nature that was introduced at the Comet Observatory in the original Mario Galaxy. While initially for me first playing it back on the Wii days, that was pretty disappointing to me, it actually works in the game's favor due to the pace at which every level moves at as new gameplay opportunities get introduced. Such as being able to now use your good old buddy Yoshi, who magically survived the torture of Super Mario World that we put him through, and he's now able to eat and digest super hot and spicy peppers that gives him a run speed boost that is almost as fast as me running to the restroom after eating Taco Bell. Also making a name for themselves are further power-ups like a drill that lets you zoom through the earth to attack enemies on the other side, or to get puzzles in the ground beneath you, being able to jump and spin to summon puffy clouds to momentarily use as platforms to stand on, turning into a rock to steamroll through enemies, obstacles, or make hard-to-reach jumps by rolling and jumping as far as you can, etc. You can just tell the devs were throwing everything they had in their minds on this, with concepts that aim to keep players on the edge of our seats and attempt to astonish us with wonder at every opportunity that they can get. While I feel the uproar for Super Mario Galaxy had a bigger impact and hype due to the We Would Like to Play campaign alongside Mario Galaxy revolutionizing 3D platforming for the entire industry, mechanics, ideas, execution, and design is way better here in Super Mario Galaxy 2, with the use of all the ideas thought up by the team to introduce us to many new, diverse, and expanded mechanics that puts this title in a gameplay sense far ahead of its original counterpart. Zooming across the universe alongside Yoshi as he eats peppers and gets the zoomies, using his tongue to pull objects that you can jump on, fight a giant robot with the power of your drill power, to slice through terrain and break the glass on his booty to obtain a power star, use a cloud power-up to create fluffy clouds to reach high to reach places, or use them as a level skip by long jumping over a large gap, spinning then making a cloud, which is perfect for speedrunners, sections of level that changes the perspective to a more 2D side-scroller view where you must follow colored arrows on the wall that determine whether gravity pulls you up to the ceiling or pushes you down towards the floor as you try to figure out the proper route to go while dodging obstacles, ride on a turtle shell a la Mario 64 as you explore strange and mysterious underwater worlds, take flight through a lively jungle using a bird friend named Fluzzard, to glide through a time trial obstacle as you move through checkpoints, make the prophecy of L is real from Super Mario 64 come true, and now freely swap to playing as the scaredy cat himself, Luigi, battle against a spiked snowball villain and punch him in his stupid red nose like he's Bozo the Clown as he tries to roll at you and squash you. Participate in extra content aside from Power Star missions by partaking in Prankster Comet side quests, where you must complete objectives on special stages to get an extra star power, etc. You get it, Mario Galaxy 2 is packed through the roof with content to discover and play. Super Mario Galaxy 2 at its core just takes everything that was amazing about the first game, amplifies it, expands it, builds on it, and exceeds it in every possible way when it comes to gameplay. It's not even close. And if you're confused which title to start first, this or the first game, I'd have to recommend this one due to its ease of playability with its traditional Mario map layout that offers a simple way to pick up and play without having to worry about anything in between. If Super Mario Galaxy is considered the Chuck Norris of platformers, then Super Mario Galaxy 2 is easily the Bruce Lee of them. Overall, at the end of the day, Super Mario Galaxy plus Super Mario Galaxy 2 for Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 ends up an amazing time, but also with a few downsides that consumers should know about. For one thing, some of the textures that are replaced from the original game looks kind of weird, and some of the changes made looks a bit wonky. And the same can be said about the rendered cutscenes not being upgraded as well as they should, making it a stark contrast with the rest of the game that has actually been upped in quality and fidelity. But the overall major issue that I see people having with it is its pricing. $70 for two games that are decades old might be a hard sell for people, especially considering that Super Mario Galaxy was previously bundled into a pack with 3D All-Stars no more than just 5 years ago. Buy both at the same time at $70, then you're paying the same price you would have for something brand new like Donkey Kong Bonanza. But purchase each separately, that's $40 being charged for the remasters individually, which then comes out to $80 instead of the $10 saving path of buying the bundle. So what do you do? Well, that's entirely up to you. If you already own Super Mario Galaxy from the 3D All-Stars edition, then your best bet is probably to buy Super Mario Galaxy 2 solo. However, if you've never played either of these games, then first off, what kind of rock were you living under? And second of all, if that's the case for you with having never touched either of these games, then you'll be purchasing two masterpieces in one package. And for the experience alone for two of the best 3D platformers of all time, I'd say that's definitely worth it. So with that, thank you for joining me on a little look back at my history with the Mario franchise over the last 40 years, as well as getting a glimpse as to what's to come going forward with all the new game releases and events pertaining to the anniversary as well. It's been a wild ride for myself, not only as a longtime Nintendo fan, but as a Mario fan in general, and to be able to be a part of something as special as the 40th anniversary of a franchise that means so much to me and has gotten me through some very tough times in my life, to now working with Nintendo in an official capacity to share my thoughts on the games and events, makes everything I've done up till now worth it. So thank you again for joining me in this look back and review of Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2. And while we're all prepped and ready for the events of the 40th anniversary to unfold, deep down I know that even after we're all long gone off of this earth, that this little pudgy plumber will continue on bringing smiles and joy to the rest of the world for 40 years more.